All right, ladies and gentlemen, just a quick update here showing that I've got my character at just over 30 hours, 31 hours and 16 minutes in. Season level 60, watch level 60, and I've just begun doing heroics, so I'm going to jump right in and do. I'm still searching for Coyote's Mess, so I will run that mission so you can see that even with relatively low level equipment and hours invested, you can do quite a bit even early on. So let's go ahead and get into it. The build I'm using is a Negotiator's Dilemma with an SMG. That's my favorite style, although the what's the status effect build does work really well with Eclipse Protocol. Very effective. So I'll do a quick rundown here. Unlocking the Gunner specialization is actually kind of a pain, so I had to do that first. But as you can see, I don't even have hardly any points, just enough to max out SMG damage, and that's it. None of the perks that I really want, like the armor on kill, the reload bonus, or the ammo regeneration, which is super important for an SMG build when you're burning through a lot of ammo. So here's the build real quick. Vector, pretty lucky. Got a nice, almost god rolled, not quite, but this is the type of thing you want to look for. I actually prefer the Vector with slightly larger magazine, but can't get everything. 4-piece Negotiator Dilemma using the backpack, so as you'll see, the damage across the marked targets is 100%. That's, to me, is super important. You're generally not going to mark 5 targets that the chest piece allows for you, so instead, with a crit build like this with an SMG, I'm using Obliterate. Grupo Sombra for critical hit damage because, quite honestly, I haven't found anything better yet. I'm really looking for either that second piece of Walker Harris & Co., or if I could get really, really lucky, I would get a Sokolov piece to get that 10% SMG damage. But again, as you can see, the mask, not quite god rolled, but, you know, 75%, 80% of one, so pretty good. Let's go ahead and look at the other pieces. The backpack, again, 70-80% max rolls, not god rolled. Gloves, not max, not god rolled, although again, pretty close. Knee pads, I don't know why it's doing that with the UI, sorry guys. But again, crit chance is only 4.3%, weapon damage is not maxed either. And the holster, again, not maxed out. So let's go ahead and head over to the mission. I use the Revive Hive, and the second skill really I don't use at all. So I grab a drone just as a slight distraction. It really doesn't do that much damage, and it gets killed really fast, as you'll see when running through the mission. So the just as a point of note, the world difficulty is set to challenging, but as you'll see here in a second, the mission will be set to heroic. I use only one directive, that's the no med kits, because it's pretty much free experience. You get so many med kits after the first couple kills that it doesn't matter. So anyway, here we go. You may hear some clicks, obviously. That's my mechanical keyboard. I don't really have a way around that right now because I'm not good at video editing. So the thing I like about the Negotiator's Dilemma is that you're always shooting at whatever is out of cover. That way, guys that like to hide don't really get much of an advantage. As you can see, I'm not doing a lot of damage, but it does drop things pretty quick. I may not be able to keep up a complete and total running commentary as I focus on the game, so I'm going to go ahead and leave you with the gameplay, and you guys can see how this works. Oh, got a heavy early on. That's not good.
Serious trauma detected.
One of the things I try to do to increase my survivability is to always cover to cover run if you can. You really don't want to be exposing yourself by not using that cover to cover run. As with most all red builds, super squishy.
Assistance needed. Serious trauma detected.
Oh, got myself in a corner here. I thought that I could get out that way. Use a lot of blind firing from behind cover. The strategy here is simply to not worry so much about accuracy and just overwhelm the target with raw bullets.
Vital signs critical. Hostile radio intercepted.
We're under attack! Intruders in the east entrance! Then kill them! What the fuck? It's a division!
Look for a way down to the garage and see if you can pick up Espinosa's trail. He tends to leave a mess.
Again, another thing I want to point out here as I'm playing, as you can see, you don't even have to have particularly good aim. That's kind of taking advantage of the way that the SMG works. The spread on the bullets and the rate of fire mostly makes up for any kind of strategy you use with other guns where you need to be super accurate. I'm not really trying for headshots, I'm just shooting in the general direction of my enemies and relying on the bullet spread and the negotiator dilemma 4-piece set bonus to really apply damage across everything I'm shooting at. Whenever you can, you really want to try to be stacking up enemies 2 or 3 in a row, kind of in a line. That way, even if you're missing the first one, the guy behind him will get hit and proc both the set bonus and not waste too many bullets.
You're near Espinosa's last known position. The shade node should be close.
Early on, when you're low level like this or you don't have a lot of gear, you don't want to be using a lot of directives. Heroic is hard enough on its own. I am getting away with using the no medkits because honestly I've got hundreds and hundreds of hours with this style of play on my other account. If you're a beginner, you don't want to be doing this. Just either spam challenging because it's more efficient, or play base heroic no directives.
should be a terminal that'll let you reactivate the node.
Authorization granted. Please stand by. Intelligent System Analytic Computer reactivated. All Isaac subsystems operational.
You might see me stop pretty much at every single ammo box until I get the Gunner talent that allows you to regenerate ammo on the fly. I really run out of ammo fast because of what I said earlier about just how many bullets I'm putting downrange.
Is this the division? Looking for someone?
Who is this? How are you on this channel?
A friend of yours gave me a real nice wristwatch. He's right here. Want to talk to him? If you want him back, you can make a deal. You back off, we'll deliver him unharmed. Mostly.
They'll keep him alive. They aren't stupid. Just find that hyena piece of shit and waste her.
Heavies actually, even though they are bullet sponges, with the Negotiator's Dilemma, one thing you'll see me do is try to hit something far away just to get the mark on, and then you can just light up the heavy and watch all the guys back behind cover or out of range just melt as they take damage.
Serious trauma detected.
Not sure what that was.
Agent out of action.
Well, it's heroic, and that is what the Revive Hive is for. If you screw up, it's that second chance, man. This guy's all over me, though. Seems ugly. Ooh.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
God, that guy with his pistol really ate me up, didn't he? Death by red bar, man. That would be embarrassing. Engineers are also a lot like heavies. They're great because you can just
Vital signs.
tag a bunch of enemies and just start shooting their turrets just to spread the damage around. It's an easy stationary target that you can use to abuse the Negotiator's Dilemma mechanic. bad Gunner. This build is a lot more survivable when you've got the Gunner Spec talent that gives you armor back on kill. Every time one of those targets drops from the Negotiator's Dilemma, you get that little bit of health back and a little bit of armor back. It's really good. Really helps to stay alive and sustain. Go. Now, obviously, as you get your SHD watch and you get some better gear, these and max out the Gunner tree, this run will go a lot faster. That's a bad idea.
He didn't have to die here.
Shield guys are great. Anytime you got a tagged enemy like that sniper up there, you can just tee off on the shield and all the damage will go to the mark.
Can't have gotten far yet. Go after her.
Yeah, so the Negotiator, it's got a lot of versatility, a lot more uses than most people think, and it allows you to use the SMG, which normally a lot of people shun because of the poor optimal range and the spread, but I'm sure you can see, even at a low-level character with very little investment, you can do a lot of damage. And this works exactly the same in groups, just things die faster. Get rid of that medic. God, I'd love to get a tag on Coyote over there, but another thing I'm sure you noticed is that the Negotiator debuff pops up and it stays for a long time, letting you see through walls and tell where enemies are without actually having to pulse them. Just a nice little perk. gonna run out of ammo here. Not careful. Yep, and that's that.
There is nothing you could have done for us.
Okay, there's mask. That sucks. I really need that for this build. That helps so much.
I hope she suffered a bit before you finished her off. Anyway, thanks to you, we're an important step closer to getting the
Let's see
Shade
how long
network
it
back to
took
full
me.
strength.
Probably 30
You
minutes,
just
I'm gonna
gotta
guess.
be around.
Oh, 17 minutes and much faster than I thought. So anyway, that's how it works, guys. Pretty much it's just rinse and repeat, getting as much critical hit damage as you can while staying capped at the 60% critical hit chance. There's variations. You could do the same thing with any kind of high rate of fire weapon, assault rifle, or even LMG if you prefer. The key here, as I'm sure you saw, is how often I reload and how fast I reload. That's just another benefit of using an SMG. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the vid. This is proof that even low-level, low-powered characters with not perfectly god-rolled gear can do heroics. Anyway, peace out, guys. See you next time.